Tazz is a cat that's been on the show previously. Tazz arrived in the shelter for the first time back in August with some cats that she lived with, and all of those other cats have since been adopted. And Tazz was actually adopted as well, and then she was returned in mid-November. So one of the things that led to her being returned is the fact that she's a shy cat. Tazz is, she's shy, she's not as outgoing and not as confident as some of the other animals, and when she was adopted, she was immediately let loose into the entirety of the house, which is not something that we typically recommend. And then she was scared, and so she was hiding underneath the refrigerator actually. And when her new owner went to try to get her out from under the refrigerator, she did something that cats that are scared typically do, which is scratch. So because she scratched him from his initial interaction, that owner decided that maybe it wasn't a good fit and then returned Tazz to the shelter. So what we recommend for all of our cats that are going home is that instead of just letting them run free in your house the very moment that you get them home, is that you pick a nice room, a quiet kind of room, and they live in that room for a 10-day period. You guys, as their new owners, go in and visit with the animal, you play with them, you pet them, you cuddle with them, but they live there. So it gives them a chance to get to know you a little bit better in a smaller space. It also just gives them a chance to acclimate in a smaller space. They've been living in cages for a large period of time, and if you give them your whole house, that's a lot more space than they're used to. It's very overwhelming, and then they do what Tazz did. They try to hide in a smaller space where they can feel safe. So that 10-day period is really going to be something that you should do with all of the cats that you're taking home, but especially for a shy cat like Tazz. Tazz is very sweet, very affectionate with people that she knows, but it's going to take some patience when you take her home. What we also recommend is that you leave your cat carrier out. Put a nice blanket or a bed inside there, leave the door open at all times, and then cover it over so that it's a nice, dark, kind of safe place that they can go into when they feel insecure. Again, Tazz is very loving, very affectionate, but she is those things most frequently when she's in a place where she's comfortable. Like right now, she's very comfortable in her cage, so her behavior in her cage is a little different than what you see out here in a strange place where she's meeting new people. Tazz would also benefit from a little bit of a diet and a little bit of light exercise there, but otherwise going to make a great companion for someone, but what would probably do better in a nice, quiet household.